So Boris Johnson was forced to resign, but over what? His imposition of the outrage that was lockdown. His failure to stand by his convictions, as he was cowed by the mob into putting us under de facto house arrest time and time again. No, his complete failure to secure our borders. A total disaster that has led to an utter breakdown, with 100,000 illegal boat migrants expected to have arrived by the end of the year. No, his sacrificing our economic future to the green agenda. A process that will cause skyrocketing energy bills, lower standards of living, and a permanent cost of living crisis. No, his botched Brexit, which has left us still entangled within EU dictates. No, here's the actual reason he was forced to resign. Some gay bloke got drunk and groped a couple of fellas in a central London nightclub. And because Boris knew about previous similar behaviour by this same person and ignored it, he was forced to resign. Yeah, really. Because some randy pissed up MP copped a feel, and everyone was offended over Boris's reaction to it. That's what finally did him in. Absolute joke of a country. But observe the absurd glee amongst some on the British left, acting like they've toppled Mussolini or something. The notion that Boris Johnson was presiding over a right-wing government is manifestly stupid, especially when you consider the overbearing influence wielded by his eco-warrior activist wife, Carrie. It takes a particularly simplistic, naive, childlike understanding of politics to think that Boris going will move the needle in any significant way, one way or another. I mean, look at the favourites to replace him. Number one favourite, Ben Wallace, a man who claimed Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy so that black lives would matter. An anti-Brexit campaigner and someone who mocked the idea of full border control as, quote, ridiculous. Then we have Liz Truss, another Remain campaigner, and a hapless but zealous enthusiast for the current thing. Rishi Sunak, a guy who never saw a tax hike he didn't like, while he pours the rest of the public's money into the black hole of the green agenda. Nadeem Zahawi, the liar who vowed never to introduce vaccine passports, then went right ahead and did exactly that. Sajid Javid, another Remain voter who campaigned for Joe Biden and demonised the unvaccinated on national television as a danger to society. Penny Mordaunt, a globalist woke wet sponge who previously declared, quote, trans men are men, and quote, trans women are women. Priti Patel, a fraud of a person who talks tough about border security, while presiding over a catastrophic open border policy. They're all careerist establishment lackeys, who if anything would be even worse than Boris, until the Conservative Party chooses a leader who, I don't know, acts like a Conservative. Britain will continue to atrophy in a state of managed decline, overseen by a two-party monopoly that are indistinguishable from each other.
Shat on by Tories, shovelled up by Labour, and here we are.
To get exclusive content, early access, behind-the-scenes stuff, and to personally interact with me, please sign up for my community at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Link in description, and thank you for your generous support.